Frakas more fire, We4We Media, we live and direct up here. We're gonna be very quick today. We're gonna talk about Wole Soyinka, Professor Wole Soyinka. During the elections, he just disappeared, he ran away. He made two different comments. First, he said he didn't want people running that were too old. Okay, cool. Tinubu was too old, of course. What's his name? I think he was too old. But what about Obi? He didn't come out to say, okay, oh, this or because and that. But when the Pirates Confederacy came out and made that crazy funny song about hand they shake, leg they shake, Baba we know well, he screamed Miloko, referring to Tinubu and his Miloko usage. That was the only time, the next other time that the professor came out and said, oh, they shouldn't be making fun of an old person because of their ailment. Okay, well, those were the only times. He disappeared. Now all of a sudden he just showed up now. And he's talking about Obi's vice presidential candidate, that he's sounding fascist because he's demanding that the judiciary should do the needful. And he's demanding, he's aggrieved. His mandate, he was robbed of his mandate alongside millions, hundreds of millions of Nigerians. And you're talking about he's sounding fascist. How did you want him to sound? Do you want him to be begging you for his mandate? No. He's upset, of course. He's a Democrat. But he still has to do what he has to do. He's upset and he's demanding that his votes be counted, just like the votes of other people, that they feel very aggrieved. So all of a sudden, people like Soyinka are jumping out like orangutan from their hiding places. It's been all of a sudden, you don't want to do hibernation again, just jump out. Say, hey, he shouldn't be sounding like that. And then you have to be very careful. A lot of them, they play this little trick. What they do is that they talk, their target is to say bad about Obi, but then, you know what else they will do? So their target is usually to go and talk bad about Peter Obi. But to appear to be balanced, they will now find a little room somewhere to talk bad a little bit about one of the Tinubu supporters. Funny enough, they'll start talking about someone as irrelevant as FFK, Femi Fani-Kayode, and his ethnic bigotry and his tirade during the Lagos. So they will criticize Obi on one hand and Dati Ahmed. Then on the other hand, they will mention some crazy shit about what's his name, FFK. Very irrelevant individual. So be careful. So when you now hear him, you'll be like, oh, the professor is being sound and balanced. No, his target is, he's been paid. I heard they said a lot of them have been paid. A lot of these crazy people that are supposed to be neutral, they've been paid to come out and talk bad about Obi. The audio that they manipulated, that audio did not hit the way they wanted it to hit. So they're sending out some of the official spokespeople that are neutral, N-E-U-T-R-A, Colomenta people. So when you hear Wole Soyinka talking about this situation, you're going to be like, oh, okay, he's been neutral. He didn't support anybody. No. If Wole really wanted to do something, let the judicial process be taken seriously. Let the judges know what they expected, that the people expect nothing but real justice from them. Wole Soyinka should be telling everybody to calm down and then telling the judges that the people are trusting on them, that they should deliver. Instead of trying to shut up Dati Ahmed, that's not the right way to go if you're supposed to be neutral. And if actually Soyinka was not supporting Tinubu, would he actually come out and be like that he was sounding to fascist? Throwing around words that are unnecessary and unbecoming of a professor of his repute. So, but we're not gonna, he says people been insulting him, which is bullshit. Nobody's insulting him. He probably gets, he probably has been in a crossfire with one or two online users that probably called him names like corn eater or cucumber eater and all that stuff. Okay. He's a public person, so he should expect that. But he shouldn't be saying it's only obedience that insults him. That's bullshit. So he's just trying to, he's been paid to come out now. But what they're trying to do, when the judgment of the Supreme Court, their judges now say, if they vote against Obi, so that the people will not overreact. So they're using people like Wole Soyinka to calm the nerves of the people. So they're using people like Wole Soyinka to calm the nerves of the people. They're trying to use him and a few other paid spokespeople to calm people down, so that when the Supreme Court now delivers their expected terrible judgment, the nerves of the people will be calm, so you people will not go crazy. So they're using these people, these paid actors that were supposedly neutral in the past, to come and calm you people down, so that when they deliver their crazy judgment, nobody goes crazy. That's the whole idea. Tinubu has been a great friend to Wole Soyinka. He's been sponsoring Wole Soyinka for many, many years. Yes, truly, he told him, listen, I can't support you openly. He told him, yes, straight up, I cannot support you openly, because Wole Soyinka has been telling people that he wanted a younger candidate. So he would look stupid supporting Tinubu or Atiku. So he told them that, and they understand. But if you look at it, you're going to know that his alignment is with Tinubu, 100%. He's not going to tell us otherwise. He's a Tinubu guy. So let's not even pretend. So please, when you hear people like that, they're very irrelevant. Ignore them. People like, they will just come and say, oh, this is not this. Don't listen to them. Wole Soyinka, if to say you there, if Niger switch you for not even jackpot during those elections, if you still there, the yan your pata, where you just come, yeah, I just came back from an overseas trip. Talking about trying to make obedience look bad. He wants people to think obedience are not what they are seen to be. He wants people to think that obedience are insulting. He wants people to think that obedience don't respect other people's views and opinions, which are a lie. All those is what they do. Wole Soyinka is trying to paint a picture of badness, picture of roughness, picture of uncanned ruggedity of the obedience, so that when the judgment comes down and people don't accept it, it's going to be like, okay, I told you people about these fascist people. These are obedient fascists. No. Hang a dog. Before you hang the dog, give him a bad name. So don't let that bad name stick. You hear me? Just no even listen to those people. These are very, very irrelevant people. Now, so with the talk, so him shima one, me man no hen no megi one hen megane. I nonga. I should have been no. Okune ene nwa wo ya ufere wala. Enwonya give